everybody, welcome to the Comic Game Movie Show. My name is Deshaun. Today I'm here to review Obi-Wan Episode 3. Now before I get started, I gotta talk about some of the reactions to this show. Now first of all, I am thoroughly enjoying all 3 episodes of this show. Like really, I'm having a great time. I think this is a really good character study. I think Ewan McGregor is really diving into the mindset of Obi-Wan, a man dealing with his past and regrets and his failures, and just he's doing such a great job with that. And it's interesting thing going on with the Inquisitors. I love this young Leila character. I think she's very fun. And I will get into the meat. I will get into the 3rd episode in a second. But first of all, I gotta talk about the crazy response to this show. It's been a lot of not a lot of negativity, because it's got like an 86% regular score, but it's got a 71 audience score. I'm not sure what people were expecting from this show. That's my thing, and it's a question that really I've been raising is, if you don't like this show, like, what were you exactly expecting? Were you expecting like this show with like Obi-Wan slicing a bunch of people and leading up to Darth Vader and him clashing and having an epic duel? Like, was that what you were expecting? I keep wondering to myself that as I see people's reactions to the show online. And, you know, and for me, the show, to me, like, as long as something meets my expectations or succeeds it, which, you know, on occasion something will surpass my expectations, will go beyond it, that's all I needed to be. In Obi Wan Kenobi so far, this show has met my expectations. It's as good as I was hoping it would be. It's not better than I thought it would be. I'll give you that. It's not like beyond what I thought it would be, like, oh my god, this is the greatest show I've ever seen. This is the greatest show. No, it's not The Mandalorian. It's not The Mandalorian. It's probably not even, you know, I don't know where I would rank it, but it's not as good as The Mandalorian. Okay. But it's still a really good show, and I'm still enjoying myself, and I'm still confused about what people were expecting from this show. That point is also going to come up in the 3rd episode, which once again, that topic kind of rears its head, which I'm like, dude, people are so focused. And I've never seen quite, you know, at least the Book of Boba Fett, I understood people's gripes with that show. Because even I, someone who enjoyed the Book of Boba Fett, came out of it being like, yeah, dude, like, there are things about that show that weren't very good, and things about that show that really, like, it was just Robert Rodriguez, and maybe if they ever do a 2nd season, they need to get a new guy on this. That's not Robert Rodriguez. Maybe you can have Robert Rodriguez direct an episode, but he should not be the head guy, the head man behind the Book of Boba Fett. Like, clearly, because his episodes were the worst episodes. But I digress. So I understand people complaining, because like I said, I understood most of the complaints, a lot of the complaints people had about the Book of Boba Fett. But some of the complaints about Obi-Wan are so minute. Like, we're talking about, like, well, this doesn't line up with that, and, well, that doesn't line up with this, and, well, I don't know about that. Like, that piece of dialogue. It's like some of the complaints about this show are fucking asinine. It's just like, damn, really? And it shocks me. On top of that, we got this whole thing going with the sub-toxic section of the Star Wars fandom harassing the actress who's playing the 3rd sister Reva because she's a black woman, who's in a prominent role in the show, which is insane. It's like batshit crazy. It's like, what? So, like, there's so much drama around this show already. And it's just like, so much of it is just utterly ridiculous. It's not even drama that's being made by the show. It's not like the show made a decision that made the drama. People are creating drama around the show. Which just makes me want to root for this show even more because of all the bullshit. But I digress. Getting into this episode, it picks up immediately after the events, episode 2. We find Obi-Wan still pretty much dwelling on the thoughts that not only is Anakin still alive, but he's out there and he's hunting me. You know? And he's dwelling on these thoughts while talking to Leia, connecting with her more. You know, she connecting with her more. They ended up landing on this planet, a new planet we never heard, or at least a new planet to me that I've never heard of before. And, you know, things get tense. There's some tense moments with some stormtroopers. Meanwhile, the third sister is having a full conversation with Darth Vader. We get this awesome sequence with Vader of him putting the suit on, the arms and the suit and everything, and the chest, like all, and the panel, all of it's being put on him, and it is badass. It is really cool, and you're just like, oh man, they got James Earl Jones to come back and voice Darth Vader, by the way, so that is awesome. Like, I was curious about how they're going to go about that. I was like, is it just Hayden Christensen talking, and it's like got a voice that comes out of the helmet that sounds like James Earl Jones? No, they just got James Earl Jones to voice Darth Vader. So this, like, man, so like this thing is already hitting on all cylinders. The Vader stuff is great, dude. The Vader stuff is epic. It's fun. It's kind of scary, because at a certain point when things are like Obi-Wan and Leia are still trying to find a way to get the fuck off this rock, but you know, now they know that they're there and they're sending people out there. They're sending the Inquisitors, and unexpectedly, I didn't see this coming, but the moment Obi-Wan paused, at a certain point, Obi-Wan and Leia and the person helping him are about to leave, and he pauses and goes, and has this look on his face. I'm like, holy shit, Darth Vader's gonna be here. And Darth Vader shows up. Yeah, shows up, and they get in a fight. And him and Obi-Wan getting a small, and I wouldn't call it a fight, it was more of a scuffle. Because Obi-Wan is still rusty. He hasn't used a lightsaber in 10 years. He still is like in this mindset where he's afraid. And he's confused. He's conflicted. He doesn't want to fight Anakin. He doesn't want to fight Vader. He doesn't want to fight him. He hasn't fought in years. He's so rusty. Now you know he's gonna get better. You know that the next time they fight each other, it's gonna be a different fight. But man, it was a fun confrontation, and some of the dialogue, particularly between them, you could feel the hurt. Ewan McGregor is acting his ass off, and that whole sequence with him and Vader was awesome. It really was. There's also this very terrifying sequence of Vader just walking down the middle of this town, killing people, like just killing people to get Obi-Wan to reveal himself. And it is dark. I was like, damn, man, he is really fucking these people up. But I digress. Like, this episode was so fun. It was awesome seeing Vader. Vader was such a terrifying presence. Like, they really played up the monster angle. Like, I mean, like, some people talk about that Vader's like a great villain and that he's powerful, but they really played up the monster angle. He hasn't been, like, Vader hasn't been this intimidating since Rogue One. Like, you really just get the feeling that this dude will murder anyone at any time for anything. And it's like, it's scary, dude. You're like, dude, it's scary. You don't know. And like I said, him just walking down that, middle of that town, just snapping necks and strangling people, indiscriminately, just to get Obi-Wan to lure himself out, was pretty scary. And him going after Obi-Wan, and like they shot it so beautifully because it was shot at night, and like so the lightsabers, the blue and red lightsaber are lighting up, or are pretty much the only light you have. So Vader's wearing all black, and so when his lightsaber goes, it's just nothing, and then phew, he's right here in front of you, bitch. Like, whoa! So all that was awesome. I had a great time with this episode. I give it another great episode. 9 out of 10 from me. Like I said, I had a great time with this, man. I had a great time with this. Anyways, thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please remember to like and subscribe and comment below. What did you think of Obi-Wan Episode 3? Did you love it, or didn't like it? Or are you bitching and moaning and nitpicking it to death like basically a lot of people are right now? Not me. I had a good time with it. Anyways, thank you guys again. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.